Hey there, before I forget to do it, I'm going to do a Hi there, before I forget to do it, I'm going to do a brief and dimly lit review of the new Rubbermaid Lunchblox snack kit. It's the leak-proof version. I got this at Target. I've seen them at 2 different Targets in the Bay Area and got kind of excited and just really wanted to try it. I've had the original Lunchblox before. Those are the modular lunch units with the green tops and the transparent bottoms. I've really liked them for prepping meals and prepping snacks, and just thought, hey, let's try out the leak-proof ones. But there are some changes in the design that you should probably know about before you purchase it, and I haven't seen anybody else do a review of these yet. I think they just came out. So here's the kit itself. It was about $10, a little bit shy of that for this. And this is the leak-proof snack kit. So it involves 2 half-cup containers, one 1-cup container, and then an ice pack. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know I'm a little bit of a stickler about design, so there are some things that I like about this and some things that I don't. First, we're going to start with the good. They're leak-proof. That's awesome. That's a quality that the originals didn't have, so this is great if you're using it for yogurt. The other thing that I like about these little half-cup ones, and I've always been a fan of the little size, is that they're now a square top, which means that you don't have to worry about making sure that the lid is on the correct direction. It's always going to fit, and the latches fit really well. With that said, open up the latches and you shake them around, they feel a little bit cheap. They kind of flip up and down like that. I mean, they seal well, so it's not really a problem, but I'm not a huge fan of just the kind of the feel of it. It doesn't feel like solid, I don't know. But I love the feel of the bottoms here. So one of the complaints that I had with the original Lunchblox is that they felt really flimsy, and these, like you can see, the plastic barely compresses. It's a slightly textured, let me see if I can get you to be able to tell. It's a little textured on the outside, which I really like, and then it is smooth on the inside. So I love that about it. Another funky thing about this, though, is that, so even though it's square, these little bracing points, I guess, only go in one direction. So, and you'll see that the ice pack is the same. So this will not pop in if I go the wrong way. So you still kind of have to mind the direction that way. Also note that these Lunchblox are not going to coordinate with the original ones, the green ones, because it's a different shape and different kind of setup. Something also kind of funky, oh, well, it's working now. I was gonna say, the blue ice didn't seem to snap on very well once it was frozen, but now it seems to be working. Let's see, yeah, so it feels kind of cheap. Not a huge fan of that. Do like the square top situation. A little bit confused about why this only locks in one direction and not in the other. Oh, and also you'll note, so this is kind of an inflexible system. Let me try to take this off. Okay, so you'll see that the bottom only works with the long 1-cup ones. So you can't flip-flop it and have the little ones on the bottom and the big ones on the top. It really has to be in this order, so it's not really modular in the same way that the green ones were. I'll show you the inside of this. So you'll see that this has a removable gasket. I haven't tried removing this yet, but one little nickel that I have with the design is that it doesn't have an easy removal point like lock and lock containers do. Lock and lock ones will have a little notch so that you can kind of dig in a little bit and it's easier to remove it to clean. This doesn't have that, so I anticipate it'd be a little bit hard to remove it, but I think you probably would be able to. Another thing that kind of bugs me about this is that if you remove everything from the ice pack, they don't stick to each other. Like you can't lock them onto each other at all. They just kind of sit. And that was one of the things that I really loved about the little green ones, is that you could stack like 8 of them and it would be totally fine. So I'd use them in my pantry. So weird to me that they only lock to the blue ice. I don't always like to use these containers on ice, especially if I'm just using them for dry goods. So that bothers me. So we've got some loss of functionality here, and then we do have the gains with the better plastic and the leak-proof nature of these. So Here's a basic review. Hope it helps you with your purchasing decisions.